Okay, dokes. Alright, so we are building the bunker base. Oh, careful now. It's always fun going out of here. So I need to kind of resupply with a lot of resources. I built this shaft a little steep, but I do plan on building like a vertical shaft at some point. Just not there yet. Alright, so we just gotta go over here and reload with some basic resources because I'm kind of out. Now I did mine a little bit and all that fun stuff, but I need to set up the refineries and assemblers so that I can actually start working. Alright, let's go to camera. And I fixed my fuel problems that I have in that base as well. Alright, let's do that. Okay, I probably should, just so I can see what I got, do this real quick. Cargo. Makes it just a tad bit easier to see what we got. Okay. And then we'll do that. Alright, so let's grab 10k plates, 2k, so 1.4k of these, and then we're gonna drag these down. We got motors, we still got plenty of motors. We'll grab 3k of these. We still got 1,000 pipes, let's grab another 1k pipes. We got computers. The progression is bugged? No, can't say that I do. It doesn't really matter though, once you build enough stuff, you're fine. We got, let's grab all the computers and build more. Don't really care about bulletproof glass. We got those. Alright, how many of these can I carry? Let's carry 1.5k. Power cells, I don't think I should need any more for now. Shouldn't is the key word. We do need more displays though. Do we not have any? There we go. Huh. That is interesting. What's the precursor to a conveyor? Where's conveyors at? I still gotta build a few more things before I'm even done. Alright, I would grind down a cargo container and build it back up. You should be fine. Huh. That is interesting. Well, if you join, I can share progress. That might fix it. That might been why you had that issue. Alright, I need assemblers. Hide empty. I need to get rid of all these tools. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 sets. Disassemble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And they're gone. Okay, we're gonna make some bulletproof glass. I'll eventually will use it. So I have 130,000 of that. A lot of plates. Honestly, I'll probably end up taking just like a full load of plates when I can. Okay, let's make 1,000 of those. I need to get the ores and stuff where they're not interfering with what I got. So how many, did I make more displays? I think I did. We'll make 1,000 more. Okay, so it's so nice not having 5,000 gazillion things in here. We'll make 3,000 computers. We got 11,000 of those. We'll make 100 ore detectors. Make 2,000 of those. That should bring iron up to. We got 1,000 of those. I can make med comps. I need to make one really. I should have made them a long time ago. We got 10,000 of those. How many motors we got? We got 5,000. Let's make another 5,000. And I think we have a lot of power cells, right? Yeah. Power cells. Make that. We got those. Okay, that should be good for now. Let's see. G. No, BI. Actions. Jules Corp. Okay, so let's go to K. I do really need to hide some of the stuff that I got. Alright, we just want to look at cargo, because we're going to just top off with steel plate now. It's not bad. Okay, so let's go and fall down the hole. I built a lot of things of destruction. My brother knows that I built things of mass destruction, so he's concerned for when I build them. As he should be. Oh god, we're gonna crash. Why are we not slowing down at all? There we go. This needs to be like a lot bigger of a hole. There's gonna be blast doors here eventually. Alright. I'm working on my refineries and stuff so I can start actually using resources that I mine down here. I've been just right clicking when I really need to be left clicking, or just have the drills on. Everything over here will be done in a moment. Alright, so I need a buttload of you guys. You know, I don't think I had any interior plates. Oh well. Sweet. Okay, so that's going to get these guys rolling. Speed. Can I make the speed ones yet? I can. They don't really take that much, do they? We'll just do 2 of them for now. I tell you, this... I had like terrible luck at the beginning. It took me way too long to get to this point. Way too long. Alright, so that will be fantastic. Yesterday was like the first day I got power finally figured out. And I do know there is a couple of other bugs that I have found that are very unfortunate, but I unfortunately don't know what to do about it. I'm using a mod that, well, I'm using a couple mods that they don't uh, fix anymore. Alright, so now is where we're going to use a lot of those steel plates that I have. Yeah. I forgot there was a hole there. Oops. Come back. Baby, come back. Dump it. Oh, I didn't realize you were in. I never saw it join. GPS, no, factions. If you send an invite, I'll accept you real quick, and then I will give you progress, and then kick you out again. Everybody's supposed to be in their own faction. That way, everybody can do trade and whatnot. Alright, let's go another 3. There we go. Let me know if that fixes your issue. Alright, let's not repeat what we just did. Surprised you didn't message on the Discord that you were having that problem, did you? Okay, I'm gonna say I usually check the Discords because my brother was having issues with something too, and I was able to correct it. Alright, now let me know what happens whenever I kick you, if you still have it. The reason why I'm doing that is because, you know, for obvious reasons, we all need to be in our own factions, so we can... Okay, good. Alright. So that's a lot of refineries. Was it 9 or 10? I don't remember now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1. Yeah, there's 9. I guess I could put one right here. Ah, humbug. I don't want to. It's kind of... I mean, I don't really have like a plan for the base either, so I guess that's okay. You're done back there? Fantastic. Yeah, that probably ruined your play experience a little bit, huh? It's right there. Start building it. Shank you. Okay, so we got that done. I'm going to put a support bar right across here. And I need steel plate. This refinery over here was connected to my way of getting power. So, luckily, it has resources that I've been able to make in it. Okay. I guess we can do it about right there. I might like build the room or something up there. Kudos to my brother, he's building a pretty amazing looking base. He does what I don't, he details. I just build big giant things. He details. That's what he loves doing in games. I, on the other hand, just not very good at it. Awesome. Alright, let's see, what do I want to get rid of? Refinery now, we got 10. I need, whatchamacallit? Spotlights. Okay. Don't think I have any of those things in my inventory anyway, so let's grab them. Yeah, 4 should be enough. What number was that? 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of mirrored over here. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Yeah, it's still freaking dark as heck in here though. It's the only like bad part. What I'm gonna end up doing is building this as like a much stronger pillar, but behind it we'll have a conveyor at some point. Or maybe I'll go to this island. Alright, so you know, maybe I should have done the conveyors on the top, because now that's a problem. Oh, whatever. This all is gonna be like prettified eventually. I'm gonna try and build like specific rooms for it. But like I need to build I need to get rid of the assembler and refinery over here. They're obsolete. This cargo container like setup is all for right here for all of our ice and O2 generators. Okay. You found a wreck? Hold on. Hey, I don't have to worry about... I want to see what you're talking about. Cause I can. What is this? I've never seen this before. Huh. I've never seen that. That's so cool. I don't think I have a mod that does that, do I? I mean, there's no turrets from the looks of it. I'm not gonna give you the coords, you gotta find it. I thought this was the wreck you were talking about. I did not know that stuff like that spawned. Alright, then what is it you're talking about? Now I'm curious. Okay, that's not it. There you are. So you found this wreck? The yellow thing? Oh, there's probably an asteroid or something here, huh? It's just not rendered in yet. No? You are just freeballing it in space, huh? Huh. You're a long ways away from me. Yeah. Hi. Is that considered a station? Is that why, like, when you're grinding, it's not moving away from you? Huh. That must be new. I just didn't know that they did that. Oh look, my base has the aw. Okay. What was I doing again? Man, that other one, that's a huge ship if you find that. Sheesh. Gotta let it re-render over here. Alright. So I need to put assemblers in, and I would kind of like to make it where they have a little bit of space. Okay, so we're going to 7, bring this up top. 2, 3, 4. That should be up to the. We're gonna set you right there. Oh, am I out of interior plates? Of course I am. Sheesh. Yeah, nice. You can like grind that down for the parts too. I need you. I can only carry 28. That's alright. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6, 7. We'll put one right here. We'll connect it right there. Actually, hold on. Let's not do that one. But we will put this right here. I want to put, oh shoot, lights. Gotta have lights. You know what? That actually might look alright. And I need more. Yeah, I got a ton of those there. Okay. 8. Okay. And let's see, we're gonna do 7. We'll go down 2. And we're just gonna put a straight up connector on it, I think. That should be, it should be fine. It shouldn't hit anything with the roof. Once that's done, the helicopter can move away. I can tunnel out the rest of this side right here, I think. Might need to build a smaller miner. Cool. Okay, let's move the helicopter. Turn the park brake off. Oh yeah, I think we got a well back here anyway, don't we? No, we don't. Okay, you're done with that. Let's get out of the way of this. We're gonna drill a little bit. I do got gold. Pretty close. I might tunnel to it just because I can. Ah! Not done over here. Okay, let's park right here and call it a day. Alright. You, sir. Are you ready to be useful? You are? Fantastic. Alright, so I want to make sure I don't smack into anything. This is like gonna be like really important to have this like properly built at some point. Alright, let's see what we can get by with here. Ooh. Rip. Kinda want you to be like so, thank you. Alright, 3. Ripperoni. But hey, I can finally start using my refineries, which is happy. Can't use the assemblers yet, but I can use the refineries. I gotta have 2 separate grids. I gotta have one for hydrogen, and I gotta have one for resources. I need to put a couple of large hydrogen tanks in case there's an event where for some reason the piston for my ice gets severed, or just have like a large cargo container of ice. That would probably suffice as well. I think we're moving. I don't understand this part right here. I honestly need to be building this out of heavy armor, but I don't have the resources for that. The front will be heavy armor though. I do plan on building the first fighter though. I have 2 different fighters. I built a new one. It's right now a trial run fighter that I'm going to be spawning in. When I say spawning in, projector, of course. It's going to be a trial run. And I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to launch it and stuff like that. There's going to be some work on it. I'm sure I'll build a Mach 3 of it at some point. Well, I guess it'd be a Mach 2. I'm not going to count the first version I made as a Mach 1. That was a trial. But the Mach 2 version will definitely be probably a little bit sleeker looking, and I might even put heavy armor on it. I'm not sure yet. The wings, I'm not really 100% on the wings with it because they're huge, but it carries, I think, 10 missiles. So, in other words, it's kind of got a big wingspan for those missiles. Why am I moving to the side over here? I'm not touching it to do that. I literally hold Alt every time I'm mining, like tunnels like this. So, see, like, I do like the size adjustment and then it just rolls again, but it shouldn't because it's not like I'm hitting anything. I'm not even moving forward. I'm just, I don't like it. Something with the latency of the server, I'm guessing. It looks like they're getting pretty close to getting the next update of Minecraft out. I was thinking of doing, oh, what's it called? Realms? Is that what those servers are for Minecraft? Like the ones that are like meant for like 10 players? I know a few people that would play. And then if I got enough people to play, then I would contemplate on getting a bigger server. I actually got billed for this server yesterday. Oh. Oh, you will? Okay, well, I'll join. I'll do admin work if you need me to, or I don't know like how you plan on going about it. If you ever want to like actually talk with me, you know, that is an option. I don't know if you're shy with having your voice heard or anything, because a lot of people, that's the best way to interact. I hate texting. A guild-like server? Can you explain a little bit better about that? I honestly just think just vanilla Minecraft is honestly the way to go nowadays. With maybe like a few quality of life mods like, you know, one player sleep. I mean, just stuff like that. Like, you get a elytra when you killed the dragon. You know, like, quality of life things. Uh, 2 shulkers per kill or whatever. Countries? Huh. Interesting. You claim like a certain biome as your own and people have to pay you tax to use what's there. I feel like if you were playing with a large group of people that you know, yeah, and you know, I'm sure you figured out I'm a pretty big fan of the whole trade thing. Honestly, you can, if you set up a server from the beginning where you say there's going to be shopping, people will build shops. They'll find things that they can sell, and you can, if you just have to encourage it early on. If you don't encourage, then people will, you know, just go about it. And then you just gotta make it to where people, like, there's a lot of people out there, they just like to play the game to build stuff, and they don't care if they get anything from it because they built it, and they're happy that people are using it. Like for instance, like a Skelly farm or something. So if you're able to get those people persuaded to like do memberships or something, that's all right. See you, man. Yeah, it's one of those. It's just definitely a hard thing to do. All right, so I should be able to now. Well, maybe I need to dig a little bit more over so I can put the assemblers kind of tucked to the side. I'm not sure the helicopter will be able to pass through here. Okay, let's turn those drills off just for a moment. Um, you are kind of wide, but you could drive down the middle of. Yeah, let's tunnel out just a little bit more. Just kind of want to stuff them. Stuff them somewhere. This is the Earth one, yes. So we have a thing going on the server where everybody's kind of wanting to build their bases kind of protected. Because I have the torpedo mod, and if you don't have that mod's great. Once you figure out how to build with those, it's pretty great. Okay, so I accidentally took out that light whenever I right clicked. Oops. Okay. Park it down around. Yeah. Oh, I was a little higher than I expected. I was. Oh, thank you. I spent like 2 hours working on that. Oh, I gotta like go at a weird angle. How full am I? Am I full all the way? I think I am. Shoot, I am. I'm pretty much full anyway. You should see my aircraft carrier. Hey, I can get rid of that now. Yes. That's one less thing in my way. If you have the water mod, I had the, it's called CVN 72 on the workshop. Alright, we're gonna lock there, let that do its thing, and I'm gonna get rid of... I can't get rid of you. Because my inventory is full. Alright, get rid of that. I haven't uploaded the Chinook yet, but I want to make another version. I want to make it a little better with the interior. There's a lot of like space that I could have used differently so that you could put more stuff inside of it. And I think it needs to be a little bit taller as well. Alright, you guys did what you're supposed to do. Good. Okay. Let's go double check that you're empty. I never do go to the right side, but it's okay. Alright, you're empty. Alright, unlock. Let's not smash the helicopter. I would do that too. Alright, now that that's out of the way. Yeah, I can't right click because I would destroy the refineries. I don't want to do that. So we're gonna do this. Go in just a little bit. I guess I can put room in so I can have speed stuff on the assemblers. Then I'll just put a line underneath of this somehow. Yeah, we have the torpedo parts mod, so you can build pretty cool missiles. Like they really are pretty awesome. I was having a little bit too much fun with them in Creative World. I built a SAM site that had 64 missiles, and it kind of killed everything that I shot it at eventually. And then if you put a projector on the block, you can project the missiles and then they can be rebuilt. So one of the planes that I found with the plane parts mod, I redesigned it a little bit a long time ago, and then I redesigned it again. So now it actually has 4 missiles that you can shoot. It's pretty fun. And those are what I'll probably end up using. I want to make a helicopter that shoots missiles. So a lot of things that I want to do now, but I want to build my base first. I got to get this setup going. I'm tired of using the junk I have upstairs. That's out in the open right now. We have the water mod, so we have unlimited power essentially on the server. Let's kind of like do that. Yeah, just don't smack the side. That poured light has been destroyed more times than I care to admit. So I smacked it into the concrete wall. I gotta get... My brother is way farther ahead than I am, but I'm hoping to change that. He could at any moment declare war on me if he wanted to, which he won't. I'm the one that's usually the aggressor. And the goal is to build a attack hangar. So I'll need a vertical shaft. And we'll be able to launch planes out the side of the mountain. And I need to figure out a recovery method for these planes because I don't have one of the mods that I'm used to having, which is like the like landing the runway blocks, which require a megaton of gravel to build. But I'm used to having those, so since I don't, it's going to be harder for me to build the runways because I don't want to use the runways I build usually are like 1 kilometer long. For I could make it maybe like 5 blocks wide. That's a lot of blocks. That's 2,000 plus blocks just for a runway. So the helicopter should be able to just drive through there now if I just finish the floor. And the reason I'm doing that is because I got to build repairs on the helicopter right now. And let's turn the drills off. Okay, I think we're pretty much full now. Yeah. So let's park it real quick. Let it offload into the Hungary refineries that we got over there. I'm so close to hitting the helicopter, I didn't even realize it. Maybe I did hit it, who knows. Alright, lock. Let those do their job. Okay, so I am going to... 2, 3, 4. I mean, I'm probably going to be using like 10,000 blocks just to build a freaking bunker part, which... not what I was wanting to do. Let's do 7 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gonna have to manually dig out a little bit, but that's okay. Okay. I might... The last time I didn't put the conveyors on the top, which I regretted instantly, so I'm gonna put the conveyors on the top of the assemblers this time. I'm just doing the floor just kind of because I can at this point. Alright. So we are going to drive you over there. P. This is a heavy boy right now. It's got 2 fully loaded cargo containers of resources to build with. So it's a little clinky on the I had to add a spotlight so I could actually play. It doesn't actually have the spotlights on it like it does. I do have a version that my brother edited where the lights are a ton better, but I forgot to update the blueprint. So, my bad. How many computers do we have in here? We don't have probably enough for how many assemblers we'll build. Actually, we'll just do 10 assemblers. 10 refineries, 10 assemblers. That sounds good to me. I just gotta figure... so that looks like that's a line. We're gonna raise them up. Yeah. And then it can have the speed on either side. Like so. I wish they had a half of the speed module things and yield modules, just because, you know, it'd be great. We'll put them in pairs. This means that I'll be able to start using this system to start. So we gotta do it with a 3 block gap. Let's do 4. That way I can go in between. So right here, I believe that's right. Yeah. And we'll do 6. And then 9. And once these are connected, I'll be able to... we're going to put lights right down here, I think. So that we have some illumination in this dark hallway. Now, I could drill back and put in another one behind and use the center as the one to... Alright, so what was this distance right here? 1, 2, 3, okay. 1, 2, and... Come on. I'm crouched, right? We're gonna do this. Just make it a little easier to... And I want to start going for that gold that's over there. Alright, that should be good enough for now. Alright, that's the empty, and then you go right there. 6. 6, and then 9. If I have to do a little hand digging, I'll be alright. Alright. So that's 6. I can do another one over here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Don't have to dig out figures. Yeah, I left this bit because I really didn't have a choice. Alright, and I'm using the wrong color too apparently. Yay, go me. 6. And 8. Awesome. Now, are you actually out of something, or we're out of computers? I figured it wasn't going to be enough. What does it take to make computers again? Production, computers, just silicon and iron. Okay, well, let's go over here and grab some. Okay, we need a lot of computers. Production. We can make a lot of computers in here. Oh yeah, I forgot I can just access it from right there. Good. Seeing as it takes 160 computers for... can we put this in here somewhere? Everything here done. How about the one in the back? What do you need? Okay. We gotcha. My problem is I don't remember which one it was. Alright, so that should be that one. Fantastic. All these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I gotta do one more. Shoot. Oh well, we're gonna connect these real quick. I need to grab hydrogen at some point as well. And we'll just... I shouldn't collapse if I cut this right here, should it? We're just gonna do... Oh, I need... Hold the phone. How do I want? 60 should be good enough. Okay, go up and over. Sweet. Okay. And we'll do something like that. And now these are all hooked up to that. Good. So we'll have... Which also is hooked up to that. What are you missing? Or are you just not building it? Construction comps. I think we have those over here. Oh shoot, my inventory's full. Dump all these in here. Awesome. Do that. And all green, all green. Yeah, I have build repairs in it. It's a great mod. It's a quality of life mod. I could set one down for the base now that I have this set up. But first off, we gotta go and get rid of some stuff. Alright, Let's turn off the park brake. Try not to destroy anything on their way over. So the nice thing is we have weather on the server, and well, it's mainly because even though I've turned it off, it still exists. We're gonna get rid of you too, you're not needed. So I set it to where it's a specific color, it will grind it down. If they're close enough, which it might be too far away. Now that mod, like, it's the Dummy Industries. I have to manually add that onto the helicopter every time I want to use it. You're letting me down, helicopter. It's right here. Yup. Unless it reset. Welding, where's grind? Yeah, that looks about right for the color we're looking for. I think it's wanting me to do it because it's too lazy. I'm not sure. Grab what we can. There's a lot of steel in here. Cargo. Good. Actually, you know what? I'm lazy. Just aim at the top. And then it's gonna pick up steel plate.
Inventory full.
That's weird. It's acting really weird. Is it missing something that it needs to build with? That would be the only thing I can think of. To collect... Ah, that's what it is. It is missing something. So when they're missing something, they won't actually build something. Production... I should have looked at that first before I took the time to grind it. Alright, it's probably... Oh, it's a light. And there they go. Yeah. Okay, I should have looked. You're gonna be the pain in the rear. You get a lot of stuff in you. What did I just accidentally color then? Wait, what's my ping at? Okay, good. I thought it said 560. I'm like, that's not good. I think it's because all the stuff in it is taking forever to take it out. Now, it had like all that, the iron and stuff in it. If we look in this helicopter, we now have all of this in here now. So I just pretty much cleaned up this side. I need to rearrange over here just a tad bit. Definitely need some lights over here. I need to protect this right here. This is how we're getting our power. Probably just easier to show a spectator camera. Okay. Alright, so we are somewhere. There's our outside stuff. So this is what we're currently working on. And this is where all the pistons are going. They're going down a giant hole. With the water mod, they're down here collecting water. That way I have infinite power, so because the server is running 24/7, I don't have to worry about running out of power. because it is honestly a pain in the backside. I've had so many issues with power coming back from a few days where I haven't been playing, just to find sadness, because I'm gonna grab it from over here. I need to finish the area, just because for some reason I didn't have proper power going through. Okay, I need this tank right here, and we're gonna dump you in there. Hey, where'd my other tank go? Okay, there it is. That was weird. So yeah, definitely glad that I shouldn't honestly have to worry about power anytime soon. Now, with that said, once I start using all my refineries and whatnot, that's when the real problem will occur. But luckily I'm not to that point yet. Alright, we're gonna drag the helicopter over here. We're about what? Server ladder right there. How deep are we below the surface? I would say that's what? A good 10-15 blocks deep. With the nukes that are, you know, the warheads, it's really not that much, but we'll be alright. So we're just gonna go over here and weld this now. That's where the weapon defense around the base will be very crucial. Turn that off and we'll drive back. Okay, so since I grind it down, the assembler and the refinery, now I can start doing base beautification inside the control panel. So, show an inventory, show in terminal. Alright, so when I go to production for the first time, it goes to assembler 2, so I need to hide these two. Show in terminal. So assembler 2 is now assembler main. Cooperative mode, show in terminal. Collectors for ice. Show in terminal, show in inventory screen. Show in terminal. Show in terminal. Inventory, terminal. Show in terminal. Just gotta get rid of all this stuff, so I don't need to see it anymore. Show in terminal. What do I have landing gears on? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Show in terminal. Show in terminal. Show in terminal. Don't need to see those. Don't need to see all of you. Don't need to see that either. Show in terminal. Alright. So I don't remember labeling that, but whatever. Okay, so that makes it a lot easier whenever I build things. We have most of the assemblers that I want. I want another modular set down there. We have all our refineries. Alright, so this gold appears to be kind of level with where I'm at currently, which is nice. I do want to grab just a tad bit of it. And we're gonna hook this up to the base so it can start charging. Where is the port at? There's the lights. So this is the landing light, of course. And we're gonna do that. Alright. Now, let's hide this. Let's look here. You know what? I need to find... I do not want to see that we have ice whenever I'm looking. So let's see. We'll go to you specifically. Show an inventory screen. That will make life somewhat easier. Okay. Go back to inventory. Hide empty. Alright, let's look at cargo. I want to simplify this container. Okay, it's got a lot of plates. Okay. Now I need to figure out where this storage should be. Definitely don't want it over in this direction where it's close to the base. Maybe somewhere over here, just like along the wall. 7. I need to grab... what? Let's grab 50 of those, call it a day. Alright, so 6, 7. Why does it keep switching to the curve one? I know I didn't tell it to do that. Alright, so then we're gonna just do that. Oh. So we're gonna get rid of the speed, cargo. This one, large one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I'm gonna do anything, I think I might stack it. Let's have a lot of cargo, you know, just for the future. And 7, 2, 3. This means that I could probably get rid of some of the stuff. We'll work on beautification of the stuff later. Yeah, we can get rid of all these. Okay. 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, so that will clear things up right there. That has to go down here for that. And we are going to protect this just a tad bit. What I'll probably do is have like catwalks over here. Okay, so the reason why I was doing that, so I can do this. Cargo. Hide. Put that in there. Perfect, so now this thing is only that stuff. How much room do we have? We're pretty good. Alright. Alright, so now the fun part. We're gonna go and try and find that gold without smacking into everything in here. I need to drive the helicopter forward. If I aim for it from like right here and dig diagonal, does that bother me any? Not really. Not really. So I'm just gonna kind of do this just so I can start getting some resources. This base needs a lot. Usually what I do is I build the like rotor drill assembly, drill a giant hole down, like 120 blocks down, about 45 blocks across. That usually gives you 27 containers worth of stone if you have the largest cargo inventory size. I do have the largest inventory size, so it would be a lot of stone, but usually that's on a single player world where I can have as many refineries as I want, and I usually have 20 plus refineries going with I recently learned it's just at that point it's just worthwhile just to do speed modules. So but the amount of gravel you get is ridiculous. So this thing can only carry 1 point. What was it? 1 point. I'm gonna have to sit there and watch it. We got a long way to go for 300 meters. But I'm doing this so I want to start building a couple of things to show that I have resources now and I'm able to defend or attack. Even though, like I said, no one's really aggressive right now. But I am, and that will push people to be more defensive, which makes it more entertaining when they have, you know, turrets. You can declare peace, declare war, you know, fun stuff like that. And as like a gentleman's rule, you can only attack somebody if they're online. I need to find a, what are they called? Like one of those stations, the economy stations. I need to find one of those so I can start selling stuff. Making some money. One of the mods we have, like pretty much everything on here is a quality of life mods. So stone gives you pretty much all the basic resources, including cobalt. But it also, like for every 1,000 stone, you get 0.01 uranium. Which isn't really that much in the long run, but it is a lot. Especially if you're dumping 1.5 million stone. Alright, how full are we now? We're pretty full, I think. Yeah, okay. So we dug about the distance of this into here. Interesting. And what I might do is just... Okay, let's move the helicopter back. And over and all that fun stuff. So we're gonna do 4, 8, 9. Is it missing stuff again? I think it is. Build repair, small steel tube. Interior plate, okay. Well, it's missing a lot of interior plates too. Okay. So what I can do, go here. And it's going to pretty much instantaneously build everything now, which is great. Put you in there. Let's grab what we can. I can leave it connected and it will literally do the same thing. Assembler, where is all the... Yes. Okay. So you've completed your first task and now it's grinding. See? It's amazing what happens. Everything's done. So now we're gonna go back in here. We're gonna fly backwards. I might put connectors on top. Or not connectors, but conveyors. Okay, so we're missing a ton of that stuff, which is fine. Cargo container. Assembler. Productions, make 2,000 more. Sweet. Let's fly up here and let's see if it needs anything else. It doesn't. So now I can plug and chug with the helicopter. Again. Well, Shoot, I was gonna build some stuff. That's okay. I want to put a port somewhere over back there so I don't have to fly directly above this, but it's fine. I will. I don't care. Alright, so we're gonna go over y'all. Crash into everything along the way, because that's just what I do. I'm just kidding, I'm not going to. Nah, at least I hope not. I need to put a light on this so I can see the port. And 2. Alright. So then what I do is just find cargo, hide the ship, and we just dump. And just like that, we're empty. All that stone's getting processed. Happy days. And then we just go back to our giant hole. It's really not that big, to be honest, compared to how big this hole is that we're based inside of now. And we try to just align ourselves with so. It looks pretty good. And turn back on our drills. Alright, and we hit the wall, so now we're drilling again. I honestly did not even look to see how much resources that was that it held. So I'm just going to dig until we're about, what, halfway into the hole of this thing now? I think I should be far enough to call it a day for this inventory size anyway. And the nice thing is so as I was saying earlier, I was having issues on this World of Power. There's a couple times I had to first throw a battery down just so I had power, and then I had to turn everything off that wasn't essential, and then I had to build another battery just so I had enough power to function for a short period of time. And then I had to add more wind turbines to my mobile base that I have outside. So finally, I got to the point where I was actually charging the batteries instead of them draining. And I still do not know where the power was going for. I had like, man, I don't even know. There's a lot of wind turbines. That is a lot of wind turbines. And it took that much just to power my base. I don't know why it took this much. So at the same time, it was also using my uranium in my reactors that I have, which, you know, is a kind of a big deal. So I was stockpiling my uranium for the ships, not for the bases, but it was stealing the uranium, filling the ships, and the ships were trying to power the base. Even though nothing was on but lights. And I just, for the life of me, couldn't figure out what was going on. So I just kept adding power until finally the batteries were starting to charge. So the problem was I went from having 1,000 uranium, which is a lot, you know, a decent amount, to having 50. And I'm slowly rebuilding my stockpile again. I need in the thousands of uranium. Just because what I usually do is I just build these aircraft that I have, and I put a reactor on them and just go. And whenever I'm not using it, the one I just built, it actually does have a connector on it. The other one that I have does not. So you have to power it off, and then what you can do is just put uranium in the cockpit, and the cockpit has the attachment on the front, so that's where the reactor is. So you just have to, you know, keep your eye on that. Otherwise, the thing will just fall out of the sky eventually. Alright, so we're pretty full. I think we can go to 2 mil. But all that's happening is the drills are filling up, which, you know, I don't really care if they do that. So yeah, let's go to like 2 million, see what happens. And if I really want, since I'm, you know, mining this like this, I can now right click, widen the hole, so that's a little easier for me to fly in and out of here. I just gotta find the center. And I don't care that I'm, you know, wasting the stone around because I got the initial stone that I'm going after. I mean, you know, 1.5 million stone is a pretty good deal for me. Okay, looks like we're coming out of the hole now. So we'll just widen it just enough. Yeah, and we have a new potential tunnel that we can try and be more protected in, I guess. So this has reactors on it. As you can see from my toolbar, it's number 4. They are currently off. I had to actually add that as an option to all my ships, which kind of sucks. Cargo. So we dumped over 1 million stone and it already went pretty far down. Let's look at the refineries. So we're starting to build up again. That's pretty good. 28 ingots in each, and we have 10 refineries. So that's 280, which I am quite happy about. And once we get to the gold, so with the mod that I have, the gold gives us platinum, which is pretty nice. You don't have to go to space for anything. And the reason why that I like that is because it keeps your world not so big. If you have to go to space, you have to render all that, so then your file becomes huge, and on a server that's a big deal, especially when like the warfare is supposed to be on the surface. How far is that away? I can't see with the antenna. 277, so we're getting there. I'm gonna go to 2 million kilograms, and that's what I'll pull out. The cargo on the drill is 33. So yeah, we have a lot of space. And this thing has more than enough thrusters to be able to handle a lot of weight. This thing's been full and I picked up stuff with it before in the past. I mean, it's just kind of how you have to do it sometimes. Ooh, and iron. I like mining iron as well. Especially since we're going to be building blast doors and they're going to be like 5 layers thick. Because nukes. I need to build a new area. It's going to be like 100 blocks. Maybe longer runway. 120 blocks. Maybe. We'll have to see. I wonder if I'm going to hit the cobalt vein. I don't really want cobalt because I'm getting that from stone. This also allows me to be able to see now because see, as you can see, I can look around a lot easier. Alright. So that's all we dug. Not really that much, is it? But I will take the gold. We have easy access to magnesium as well. Magnesium is on the side of the plateau up top. Oh, I need to build a O2 generator, not O2, but a medical bay. That will eventually be like as deep in the base as you can get it to. Alright, we're going to plug and chug again. Okay. Cargo. I like how that cargo container quickly shows up. Alright. Unlock. Okay, go again. Welcome to Space Engineers. I wonder if I just aim for it, if I will make the same. Oh. The nice thing is the helicopter actually technically could fly through this. I could actually park the helicopter on top of this. The helicopter has 2 large cargo containers. This has 3. So I'd have to do 3 inventory loads. Or 2 inventory, 1.5 inventory load pretty much. But if you had another person helping you, you know, they could be flying back and forth and all you'd have to do is turn your drills off, park, and then they could take 2 inventory loads, dump, come back. By the time they come back, you should be full again. Or pretty full. It depends on how good of a pilot they are, I guess. But we are slowly getting to that gold. The gold will be useful because I want to do yield. I want to do at least 2 yield, 2 speed on our refineries, so we get more oomph. And with the more oomph from that, we'll have more magnesium whenever I go and mine magnesium. I have enough magnesium. I was able to build, I think I could build almost 1,000 warheads, which is maybe more than you need. It's just by a hair. But I am fine with that. So we're at 230. I want to see how much we're digging. Because at some point I'm just going to right click. Because, you know, lazy. So about 25 blocks. It's not bad, I guess. Alright. Cargo. Okay, hide empty, dump, dump, and dump. So that's not bad. Oh, shoot. No, that's right. Why is it going there? You know, I'm actually kind of satisfied with that amount of stone. What's the refineries doing? We're up to 32 bars. We got another... What? We'll just round it up to 1.5 million stone in there. So yeah, we'll just right click to the gold now. This base is going to have a lot of digging, so we'll get plenty of stone. But I could easily fill up, you know, container after container if I really wanted to. Right, we're going to aim at that gold again. It seemed to work last time. And we'll... There we go. wonder if this is one of the vertical gold, or if it's a horizontal one. I've never seen a vertical ore vein until this world. They've always been horizontal. On Earth anyway, but for this world, maybe it's just like because we've been mining mainly on the plateaus, they're vertical. It makes it a little bit harder to mine it. But it's not too bad. Stop imaginarily turning. I'm not hitting that key. Looking for that shiny blue rock to come up. It might actually be above me 100. Maybe not. They're usually horizontal. It's usually like a block deep and it's horizontal. Because we're going horizontal right now. Yeah. But I will show you one in a second. It's vertical. And I don't know if that's because it's in the mountains. So yeah, this was like one of the first. And it threw me and my brother both off because we're like, oh, we can we'll get a ton of resources. Because we're allied right now, so we're not worried about attacking, and we're sharing the coordinates where things are. Well, I mean, we're mining on the side of a plateau, but still, we've never, even when we've mined those, we've never seen a vertical one before. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a new challenge. Like, for instance, right now, we are technically in a plateau. Technically, that's where we are. That's a big tunnel. But yeah, it definitely makes it a little bit harder to get the stuff that you're trying to go after, especially when most of our ships are made for vertical maneuverability. Oh, there is the cobalt, I think. Yeah, it's definitely cobalt. Magnesium, cobalt sometimes look the same, but I don't really care about cobalt. Well, I mean, I guess technically now I can tell. And that looks horizontal to me. Feel kind of bad. The poor cobalt, all it wanted to do was live. We're after this gold. If we want cobalt, we'll just go to space where there's whole asteroids of it, feels like. Yeah, that's definitely a horizontal vein of cobalt. Luckily, we really didn't mine that much of it, because I don't think we did. So hopefully this gold vein's horizontal then. I will show you where the silver is. The silver one is a vertical vein. I do need silver. Gotta make some reactor stuff soon. We got a crap ton of gravel now, so I don't have to worry about that. Dang, that was a big cobalt vein. Oh, there's more. Jeez. Okay, now I feel really bad. Rip. Rip to that cobalt. Oh, there's gold. Alright, so the gold's in the cobalt. Oh, see? Yep, vertical. It's a vertical vein of gold. Shoot. Alright. Well, I'll still mine it. Hopefully we get enough to satisfy me for a while. I need... I don't actually know how much I need. Yeah, that's not a horizontal vein. I mean, I'm still mining a decent amount of it, so I mean, it's not the end of the world, I guess. Hey, wait a minute, wait a minute, what's going on here? It's 2 blocks wide. Huh. I I thought they were only ever 1 block wide on the planet. I'm happy with that. How did I manage to... Whatever. Whatever. Whoa! Wait a... What is going on? I have never seen a vein. Oh, it's going that way. Why can't it be a straight vein? Oh well, we'll get it. Not complaining. I want as much gold as I can get. I wonder how long these veins can be. Oh man, I really got angle. Jeez. Okay. Gonna hit the side on our way out. I hope not. Yeah, that vein's a weird angle. Let's see. For every... That's with a yield module times 4, so I don't actually know how much that's gonna be. Like every 1,000 ore, I think is like point. No, it wouldn't be point. It's like 2, 20 bars for every. Was it every 1,000 or is it every? I think it's for every 1,000. We'll have to quickly build a yield things on here, which require superconductors, which is why I was going after. Yeah, I guess we gotta mine anyway, so why not? I can't see my lordship. Get some more cobalt, even though I don't want it. Could drop it out if I really needed to. It's weird. Alright. My only guess is like how they make the ore generation, and then when they do the mountains, so that the ground was going to be, flat, but then they add mountains, so then it makes it, go vertical because in the generation of the ore, it assumed that it would be horizontal, but whenever it spawns in with a mountain, it, is vertical, of course. So that's my only like theory that I have, and it's honestly the best one I got. Cargo. Well, I mean, we almost have 100,000 ore. We probably will have a little bit over 100,000. If I turn on a reactor, how much power do we got? 4 hours? Okay. Alright, we're gonna call that here now. We want to get out of here. Jeez. Did someone order a long tunnel? They should make gravel patches like in Minecraft that cave in whenever you mine the rock that's holding it up. Actually, no, don't do that. Alright, let's see. Our endeavors of when we were mining. Let's see, how much stone did it go through? Alright, that looks about line for me. Alright. Alright, let's dump all this in there and see our tally. Almost 100,000. Not too shabby. Let's see. We'll go back to this and refinery. Want to get a little bit of gold going. So if I don't even remember what was that? That's 95. So I think, yeah. Can I can't because you're pretty much full. Let's put it in here. Let's do 1K. We'll do a 1K test. And that's without the yield modules on it. So 1K. Yeah. So with the yield modules, it'd be 20 if it was 4. Okay. Yeah, I was right. Now production, we need this, if I can spell. Oh, did I? Hold on. Okay, I was gonna say we should be able to make yield modules and yield module requires 4 ingots, so we need to sacrifice. How many do I want of these? We need 10, so that'd be 40. So we need to sacrifice 80. So I need 80. Be 8,000. Okay. So we gotta sacrifice 8,000 gold. Cargo. Let's do another 5K because we already did 1,000. Now I'm saying sacrifice because they don't have the yield module. Now if I could figure out which one number 11 is, I could easily. I think that's the one I'm on right now. Yeah, hey, that works out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 19, 20. Okay. And then we do a yield. It said everything was. That's weird. Okay. Unfortunately, I think they're gonna be fighting. Okay, so now you're making more. Good. Very good. Production. Yeah, it's going through that like really quick, so yeah, fine. I just need to grab steel now. My inventory, hide, cargo. I think we have steel in here. Yes. 200. Yeah, so that's what I was talking about was the vertical ore veins. I still gotta go mine the silver, but that did show what I was looking at. So essentially I need to wait for those guys to be done. Production, let's check on them. I could have just done the shortcut keybinds, but eh. Inventory, let's look at cargo, and then we'll look at assemblers. Hey, thanks for following, man. Production is done. Now we're just, actually hold on. Cargo. No, we don't. We want hide that. So we want cargo 4. As long as I can hold everything, we should be okay. I tried to. Alright, that is everything that we need. to unlock and go. Oh, shoot. I don't want that. Maybe we do. Hashtag lazy. The darn ship on top was making where I couldn't actually see. Alright. Oh, I was way too close to destroying that. Alrighty. Park right here for a moment. 7 days of fuel. Even with the build repairs going, that's actually kind of impressive. And I just want to double check that you all are done. Fantastic. What are you guys welding now? Whatever. Alright. Now the hard part I need to do is start taking all the resources that are out of the mobile base outside. Alright, so you have 7 days of fuel. I'm actually impressed by that. Let's park it over out here. We're gonna take the miner out. We're gonna go get some more silver. Now that we have a yield ×2 and we got speed mod, I mean, what more could I ask for right now? Alright. Oh, you know what? So you're not burning power that you don't need to burn. Come back here. Speaking of power, how are we doing with those refineries going? I think we're going fine. Okay. You, good sir, we're going on an adventure. First off, I'm gonna rotate 360. Smack in the stuff, because that's what I do. Oops. Wasn't intentional, I swear. Alright. We are going to make this a bigger hole on our way out. Not by much, though. I just want it so that the helicopter can kind of have a little bit more ease in here. Okay, do that. Whoa, too high. Whatever. When we build a blast source for this, this will be entertaining. Well, the blast doors are going to be way farther forward, though. That's about right there. Probably it's easier to build it on the way down. Open skies, alright. We might stop by my brother's base and do a little look-sees over there, because I'm nosy. He's just conveniently 2 kilometers away, so whenever I do attack him, I don't have to go that far away. I don't know why he did that. Actually, I was the one that kind of built next to him, so let's see, GPS. Showing HUD. I think it's, yeah, 13 kilometers that way. We did have speed mod, but the speed mod was, with the lag that we get from the server every now and then, something bad always kept happening. Alright. So with the water mod, you just have to place collector and you have infinite hydrogen essentially. Oh, there's iron and gold right here, but they're below the water line. So for this vessel, that's not actually a thing that can happen. So once you get like your initial setup, all you have to do... no, it is in the United States. So he's built himself a nice little trading area. I really like what he did with the rails. I was concerned he was just going to do one color. But he's got bays where you can attach so you can trade with them. Oh, I haven't seen this yet. This is new. And he's got his bar. What's in here? Oh, wow. Okay. Nice and I wonder if, is this... Oh, he's building that out of light armor. I would highly recommend... Oh! I wonder if that was intentional. Or if he even knows that's there. Huh. I don't know how he placed that down. Or if he did. Agrabah? What? Agrabah? So he's got this door. And he's got this door. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's nice and hidden. I like that. That's smart. Then he's got this door. So one of the problems with the build repairs is they like to delete blocks. So they delete those blocks. Yep. He's doing pretty good for himself. He's got him a nice big hole too. And he did all this with a much smaller miner than I. Mine has double the span of that. And there's containers of stuff. He's building... I really hope he's not building that to me. That's his vehicle. Once again, that little bug right here. And this is his med bay he was talking about. He went a little... He built this a lot quicker than I did too. He had this like day 3. I do know we do have a person that's in the servers in New York. Alright, so that's his base. Wrong side. We're gonna go get a little smidge of silver. We're going that way. Just so the batteries stay charged, let's turn on the reactor. Oh, he's not done yet. Oh, trust me, he definitely has something big going on. He's probably going to be building... You know, I don't actually know what he plans to do defensively, because I told him that I could attack at any minute, just like a, you know, heads up, and he said, I guess that's your way of telling me I need to start building defensively, and I was like, maybe. So whenever I do attack him, I have to go out of my base, which is over there, that direction, and, oh wait, no, my base is right there. I thought it was over there, but yeah. You actually kind of see it right on the corner on the right side. That's where my base is at, actually, right there. So yeah, I have to come from this way to be able to send missiles after him. It'll be fun. I plan on trying to build, since with the build repair, all I have to do is do a projector down, and then I could actually build my base. I could design it in creative and then build it in survival. And that's probably what I'll end up doing. The only thing is I can't do like the blast doors because you can't build subgrids, and it would be on like a piston or a hinge or whatever. If it's gonna be a piston, it's gonna need to be like 3 pistons probably for how heavy the door's gonna be. Or if I put a thruster on it, that might work. Oh, a thruster door. That'd be kind of cool. Well, the only problem is with one of the bugs in the game right now. If you didn't see his buggy that he had, the buggy's wheels are disappearing. It's because ever since they updated the grid size of stuff, certain things get destroyed by the build repairs, or they just disappear randomly, so the wheels keep disappearing. So I try to not use wheels. I have in the past before that update, and they did work just fine. Silver must be over here then. Yeah, we're both mining the silver. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have to figure out, because I mean, I'll have to show you the I might have to make it a rule where you can only use park myself up here. So with the torpedo parts, this one right here is the same equivalent as the warhead for a large block. This this would destroy this whole ship that I'm on right now. Yes. It would probably, well, destroy half of it. It is pretty long. This would destroy the whole ship and then everything around the ship. So I'm going to make it where you probably, unless it's large grid, can't use the nukes. Because otherwise this would just go straight through anything that you hit. This one, I haven't tried it against blast doors, but I'm hoping that it would actually do something. Alright, where is the gold at now? Yeah, there's the gold. So I gotta... He's been here again mining. Son of a gun. So now I don't know what's silver and what's not. I think that's silver right there. Grab what we can. Let's do a quick test, see if we get any silver from this mining right here. You can kind of tell it's silver right there. Hide empty. Nothing. Okay, let's see if we can get in here. Gosh. Whoa! Got so many up thrusters for a reason. I'm gonna tunnel this back a little bit. Just a little bit. Tunnel up. Get myself some more space so I can even see what's going on. Where are we looking at for silver now? I need to put a camera up front. I honestly need to go a little higher. I don't know why it does that. Pisses me off. I'm pretty sure that's silver right there. As long as I don't have any weight whenever I do these crazy angles, it should be okay. So it's saying it's down low, but I don't see too much but right there. So let's trust the system, I guess. Probably, oh yeah, there's silver right there on the left side, I see that. This is not like that gold vein though, this... Okay... I don't know how deep it goes back either. Cargo. See, now we're getting silver. I'm actually getting a decent amount. I don't need too much, I just need enough for a couple large reactors. And I already made med comp stuff, so... It's acting like there might be more deeper in the thing. Getting a little bit there. I wish the silver one was a little bit easier to see. Like, that is definitely silver. Oh, it moved too, so yeah. I can definitely tell since I was over here mining, he's come over here to mine, so he's been doing something with silver. Hey, we got 5,000 silver. I don't know what the rarity of silver, like whenever you have ore to ingots, I don't know what that is, but I know gold is really low. So as you saw, 1,000 gold only gives you 10 bars. 7,000. So it looks like it goes to the left-ish. Oh yeah, it definitely goes to the left. Shoot. And we got... Okay, we're getting a ton right here, so yeah, let's keep going this way. It's probably literally just the ones over here that are getting the gold. Or silver, sorry. When silver is more valuable than gold, right? Oh yeah, it's... That's what we're wanting. Oh, we got lucky. We hit the mother lode. Oh, this is a big pocket. Look at that. It's actually on the right too. Yeah. Oh, look at all that silver. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna cry. Welcome to Chills Corp, where we mine more than we need. I mean, we have a trade right now, so if he needs anything, he just come over and grab it. He's already offered me as much magnesium as I can carry. Yes. Yes. I will happily give anyone silver. Oh, that's it, I think. Okay. Let's turn the drills off, see if we can't get out of the hole. Oh, go down. Woo! Alright, let's assess what we got. 151,000. Yeah, I'm pretty good at that. Oh, always right click when you're leaving. Alright, we got plenty of gold at our base. We don't have to worry about it no more. Info. GPS, sorry. Sweet. I gotta go find the magnesium on my base once I offload this, because it is time to start vamping up our production of magnesium. I have this envision of like 20 turrets defending me, and I want them to have ample amounts of ammo. Hey, the moon! The moon looks so close, but yet it's probably 200 kilometers away from here. The downside of using Pertam, even though Pertam's a great, if you're doing like, I was wanting to do mainly like vehicles, but if our little bug that we're having, vehicles aren't really that practical right now. But with Pertam, like since it's got like such, you know, flatness to it, the only downside is it's atmosphere. For an atmospheric vessel, it can only fly about 2 kilometers in the air. So the downside with that is if you do build the fighters that I do have. Wow, that hole looks huge from over here, but it's definitely just how the voxels. But the downside with that is if the person has built their weapons high enough, you actually will get shot and probably wrecked. Especially since the fighters are just light armor. They're not meant to take too much of a beating. And one of my goals will be to build a some sort of attack helicopter, but I want it to be a utility helicopter as well, so it'll have missiles to defend itself, but it's going to have like the lift capacity to lift up some serious weight. Our giant tower of wind turbines is almost taller than the plateau. It's the MA stackable wind turbines. Very great asset. All the things that they have. There's spotlights. That's another pack. What's the other pack that I like? The spotlights are actually pretty cool though. There's like more poles and accessories. So like if you were to go for like a really structural looking like underground base, you could use these pillars that they have in the mod, and they're pretty tall. I think they're 5 blocks tall. You can use those to stack them on each other, and you'll have a fantastic. We're gonna try and tunnel that right there on the side. We're too far over. Still too far over. Shoot. But yeah, they have some pretty good stuff. MA stackable wind turbines. On the survival world that I play on every now and then, I use a lot of this stuff in there. Okay, let's see, gotta back up just a hair. This is one of my older designs. This one's a couple years old. Alright, so we want you, we want cargo, And we want to hide empty, and we want cargo. If I can spell. It's probably... I mean, honestly, there really isn't a way to do it. Somebody could, but you could put turrets inside your base, so once they peek through, you know, you can kill them. So I guess we're going with this one right here. Why is everything wanting to go into a different cargo container than this one right here? So we got silver now. Oh yeah, I needed to do some utility work as well. Show in terminal. Pretty much what this protects you from... Ooh, that's weird. This just is going to protect you. I mean, for a short time too, honestly. With those nukes, it will they will eventually be able to breach the mountain. It takes out a huge voxel. There is a hole somewhere. Where are you at? I was playing with the missiles. Yeah, that's one of the small ones right here. Where's the big boy at? Yeah, I may have had a platform right here when I was in creative firing these missiles, so there's a hole somewhere over here. You could honestly tunnel with them too. Where did I have that big hole at? Yeah, it's a huge hole. Definitely won't miss it whenever I see it. And the hole would actually, where's my space? Spawn in, please. The hole that it makes would probably destroy this thing in half. Okay, that's doesn't look too promising right there. So yeah, there's not really a way to protect. Kind of like a gentleman's rule, I guess. I mean, all I'd have to do is just go mine into his base, plant some warheads, destroy the base, but that's not fun. Let's see. Let me go to this base right here. There's a lot of resources over here. Let's make one of the fighter planes. So we're gonna turn off the build repairs. Okay. Projector. Blueprints. This is the one I'm currently working on. It's not ready really for the world. Let's copy the clipboard. It's gonna say that, but it actually can still build it. So let's see, 3, 6. So these are the missiles right here. This one I need to update. I found there's actually a block meant to attach, and it looks so much better than these floating missiles. Alright, so that looks like a part that we can attach to. Pretty sure I turned them off, but apparently not. I think it's just one. Hold on. Let's remove from toolbar. Groups. Toggle block on off. Okay, so we're gonna go production. I don't remember what it needs. We'll just have to see what the build repairs want. And I gotta like finish touching up the aircraft anyway. But yeah, you could use these missiles if they were those nuke warheads. You could definitely make your own custom tunnel. You can set it to where it will target neutral, and you could set a block, a beacon tunneled in the mountain somewhere, and just keep launching the missiles at it, and it will eventually dig a hole out for you. So this thing has a reactor which is attached which is attached right here, you need reactor comps. Do we not have any silver here? Silver, silver, silver. We got silver. Let's do 100. And that should fix that problem. And this thing needs to be more protected, but it's not. But yeah, you just go for the inventory of this and you put your... It was also meant for, like, there was a gun on the front of this. But I don't have it no more because I had to take it off to put in the new blocks I needed for the missiles. I don't know if I'll be able to fly with this off of here because, yeah, we'll figure it out though. Alright, so while that builds, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I've had 3 cups of coffee this morning. Two cups of coffee, sorry. Alright. Well, it's almost done on the bright side. Oh wow, this is, I say that it's finished. Cool. Alright, so I will grab a tiny bit of uranium. If I can find any. There it is. 25 should be good enough. Inventory. Awesome. So that will... Alright. Can we take off is what my question is. Gotta make sure I turn on the thruster. Oh yeah. Now the big problem is, how are we gonna land? We don't have a runway. Yeah, we're gonna... Got the panning mod with cameras, which is honestly I think how the camera should be vanilla wise. Alright, so let's see, 2. Alright, so it'd be key projection, and back to 1. The only downside is I don't know how to turn off the antennas that are on there. I thought I hit all these. Whatever. Detonation time should be 1. Show in toolbar. Show block and terminal. Oh, these are not done. Why are they not done? Alright, well. It shouldn't matter too much. So yeah, this is what we'd have to do when we're gonna attack. We'd have to fly in an arc. But what I want to do is just for kicks, I want to, let's turn off our dampeners so you don't actually need them. I just want to see how big of a hole. Huh. I may need to turn on the thrusters. Huh. That's weird. Because they don't have anything to target, I guess they have to... I mean, it makes sense. They do need something to aim at. You're supposed to lock them onto something, but there's nothing for them to lock on. I need something enemy for them to fire at. I don't have anything that I can spare right now. Let's see, we'll do this. This is drop. Oh, didn't launch him. Oh. Alright. Touchdown, please. Watch him explode now. Alright. Let's see, where are they? That's it? Man! They exploded, Makeda. Alright, let's see if we can't land. Alright, so 2G auto block on off. You're supposed to have kept a projection. Do you have to actually manually set it every time? That's kind of not fun. Projector, blueprints. Okay, G, projector, I forget which one side it is. Let's try pitch first. There we go. 3, 6. I go back to 2, turn 1 off. Alright, let's see what happens when we RTB. uh, yeah, this is why you need a runway. I thought the projector way would save the settings for that. Oh well. Get those flaps going. We're going to slow down. We're going to stall and just kind of bounce if we need to. I could also put a thing on the helicopter. And actually, I can bring the helicopter and build the missiles. Alright, just want to explode. Work. See if they're in range or not. I would think they're not. Alright, we're gonna go. I need to turn off this thruster. Alright, that's in range. Okay, now I want to go find a build repair. You guys are right here. We'll kind of wait for it to stop building the missiles. What can I set up? I mean, I don't mind spawning in something in creative just to show what these missiles do. It is entertaining and cool. Okay. Still got a lot of welding to do, looks like. Oh, I can park myself right here. Blocks to build. Missing items. So far, nothing. As long as the toolbars save, I guess I'm fine with that. I could have sworn, though, that I saved. Oh, you know what? I did grab. We got plenty of those. It's got a lot of... These missiles aren't expensive, which is nice. We have motors, I hope. Oh yeah, we have plenty of motors. Cargo. $10K motors. Yeah, we're good. Thruster comps. Oh, that's not cheap. We have platinum, we don't have gold here. I forgot. Yeah, that's right. They do require. Shoot. Okay. Well, good news is we're not entirely a rookie. Here. Where is gold? Better not just be in those. We don't need that much, I hope. Uh, 0.1. Yeah. Alright, refine. This one of the refineries got any gold. Does not look like it. Cargo. If I can spell. Let's do 4K. And go back to my inventory. I don't need the platinum because we got plenty of platinum there. This was 4K ore. Those are yield modules, right? Yeah. So we got an extra 11 gold from that. It's not bad. It's not good, but not bad. So, you need a lot of gold for those missiles, is what we found out. Alright. Now, I think it's just the back that requires that. Takes 5 of those. These do not, though. Okay. Alright, we can work with that. So you are done. Good eye. I gotta... So the arm. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, they're just gonna come back anyway. Alright, so... Do we want to spawn in something to shoot? Just to show what the missiles can do? They were armed before too, I think. Not sure what that was about. Actually, hold on. I have an idea. How are you... That's the wrong button. How are you down? I'm gonna go have a seat in the cockpit. I'm gonna go... Unloading world. Let's go to our missiles world. Hey, I can show you the aircraft carrier this way. I need to set my alarm for tomorrow. Totally forgot to do that. Of course, I don't really care too terribly much. Okay. Let's first spawn in that plane. Copy. Alright, let's go in here. Control panel. It was 9, wasn't it? 2, 1. Projector. Actually, I might as well hold off on that. So arm, 1 second, showing toolbar. So it does select. Show in terminal. Okay, they're supposed to be off, and they are. Show in terminal. You guys are supposed to be target neutral off. Show in terminal. Show in terminal. Show in terminal. Alright, that should be good. Okay. Control C, 0F10, F16. Replace, yes. We go to K, projector blueprints, F16. Copy. Multiple repairs not supported, blah blah blah. I don't know if I have build repairs on here. G, projector, creates pitch. Three, 4, 5. And that looks good to me. We'll do control C, F10, replace, yes. Control delete, F10, F16, copy. Now everything should be, I'm hoping, correct. So we do have a target over there. So yeah, this is the same plane that we just saw. This is the one I'm working on. It's a little plain, but it does work. This one definitely flies better. Turn off our park brake and let's go. Yeah. G tools. My bad. Wow, that did some serious damage to heavy armor. Oh, this is light armor. That'll explain it. Alright. I was trying to avoid the arrestor cable mod. Something's not right. Something not right. I don't know what. Park brake is off. Well, we can just go balls in. 7. So because I'm not aiming at it. Oh, I'm being fired at. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Mayday. Mayday. Oh, they got me. Jeez. That's what happens when the turbines are, or the missiles are. Alright. It just goes to show that the thing that we're going against is actually very well protected. 3P. We're gonna fly over y'all. Turn that off. See all those missiles that are up there. Okay. Okay, we're on to 7. Ship lock on. Before we get in range of those turrets. Alright. We're gonna fly this way with the dampeners on. I think I'm still being shot at. I am. Mercy dive, mercy dive. So that didn't work. Okay, fates. I forgot to turn the thrusters on. That's what it was. If you look on the toolbar of this ship, or this aircraft, number 6 is the toolbar that I was supposed to have turned on, but I forgot to. So otherwise, the missiles just kind of fall. Alright, 3rd time's a charm, or however many charms we've had so far. Alright. They're going in underneath the weapon systems now. So they should. Unless they hit one of the... Nope, they're gonna hit. That's a pretty big chunk that just got wiped out. And I want you to know that is heavy armor right there. That's heavy armor. That's, I think, heavy armor. Yeah, the red line is heavy armor. Everything above is not. And look, we didn't crash. See? It's a great thing. And then we just come in for another landing. Let's go back to this toolbar. Ah, the projector didn't save on this one. Let's see. 9. Okay, so it did keep that toolbar. Alright, we're gonna do a crazy landing. We're not gonna make it. Okay. And break. Do I not have build repairs already? I don't have them activated on this world? Well, that's a shame. Oh, we'll just... Oh, I forgot about the stupid... Yeah, oh well. You're done. You're done. Apparently I'm in range of it. I don't know. Okay. I think that's everything. Yeah, if it's not, you know, we tried. Alright, let's go to 1. We're practically aimed right at it, so we might as well do that. Alright, let's fly low. Let's learn from our lessons in the past. Oh, too high. I'm curious as to what it will hit when we get close. Let's launch 1. I wonder. Oh, mayday. Oh, I think I just hit my own missile. Womp womp. But that's okay. You know why? We have this. Jeez. Okay. We have this. Welcome to the ship destroyer. Yeah. Okay, let's go to K. I want to see something real quick. How do I... Yeah, forget it. We'll just launch. What are they going after down there? I do believe the ship might be gonna be worse shape after these missiles launch. Yeah, this is a whopping 32 missile output. Oh, oh, such devastation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 missiles inbound. And look at this. We still have a ton more to go. So the ship is, you know, aimed down, so the turrets on the back can't hit low. So those missiles are coming. This guy's able to shoot. Somebody is. Oh. So for some reason I feel like they're targeting the center of the ship again, which I don't know why they do that, but they tend to. Alright, we got 4 more coming. They're hitting like right... Oh yeah. There used to be something here. It took me a lot of missiles to destroy the aircraft carrier because it does have a lot of anti-air on. See if it hits the... Oh! That was cool. Huh. Alright, let's do it. Lock on. I'm gonna stand right here. I'm gonna launch every single missile that's on here just for kicks. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 missiles. They like hug the ground, which is interesting. That might just be the projectile that they aim at, I'm not sure. Oh, they got a missile. They're not doing, like, literally no damage. Oh, that one got hit. It's a pretty big crater. So yeah, that's what these things can do. Where is... Is it this one? No. I think these are both the same, right? Where? I have another one, I thought. Here it is. It's one of these. Pretty sure it's one of these anyway. Oh, shoot. That could have been bad. Alright, I need 8. Yes. Hey, Morrison, what's up? Alright, we're gonna fire nukes at it now. See what the nukes do. I mean, I already know what the nukes do. There's gonna be nothing left of the ship. Just drop them down. Can you get admin on Twitch? Why do you need admin on Twitch? Aren't you already admin on Twitch? 2. I was gonna launch 2 of them. Those things have 2 kilometers. Oh, womp womp. It's coming in. Boom. Alright, 2 more ships have been launched. Oh, that gun can now target. Oh wow, they already direct hit that one. It's actually still going though. That's kind of impressive. This is gonna be a direct impact. Oh. Sheesh. The devastation is real with these missiles. Yeah, this is what I've been having a little too much fun with. Okay, let me see. Oh, that was a good hit. There, you should be, admin now. Alright, let's see, 2. These things are entirely too much fun. There one comes. I think they got the other one. Oh. Oh yeah, it's too low. It hit. I don't know. Well now, let's see. There we go. Why is there gonna be a lot of hackers on tomorrow? There's nothing left of this ship now. I won't be streaming tomorrow, unfortunately. I got called in to work overtime. Not really thrilled about it. How many missiles we got left? So yeah, these are the nuke ones. This is why I don't think that they should be used on the server. Oh, hit the ground. This one's gonna hit something else. Ooh. Was that your ship? I don't think it is now. Uh, yeah. I hate to say it, but that's going on all the time, unfortunately. Straight at you. So yeah, that's what these missiles do. Yeah, but you know, somebody's always trying to do attention, so it honestly doesn't surprise me. There's always somebody out there trying to scare people. That's kind of how the news makes their money too. They scare you. They could have heard something and they thought maybe it's credible, but what would make tomorrow a special day to do it? There's nothing special about tomorrow. And if that's all that they're doing, I mean, a couple of pictures won't kill you. At least they shouldn't. Alright. That is not the staircase that I was looking for. That was. That goes down to the one that you posted in Discord? I mean, I haven't really been. This is the first time I've really been online in a while. That goes up. Man, I can never find my way back down to the bottom of the ship. Oh wait, this one is the different one, isn't it? Hold on, which ship is this one? Break my way out. Which one are you? Yeah, you're the wrong. You're the wrong ship. Yeah, I haven't. I've seen the pictures of it, but that was about it. Oh, I gotta get off. I love seeing the turrets. I was like, what was that? Hello. You would think if it was loaded, it should have an animation that there's a missile in there. Control panel. Control. Yeah, I gotta get off. Gotta go take a shower and get ready for taking the dog into the doggy hotel. I'll catch y'all at another time. See ya.